Hey guys, Jeff back again. Didn't record this on Sunday because I was kind of up late listening to records with a friend. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through some of the stuff I've done over the last week, listening wise. So this is the I guess third in a row, listening stack, catching up with my record collection now that I'm back in the States. So it's a combination of new to me stuff and some stuff from my old collection from like high school, whatever. So yeah, let's kick it off. Let's just get some definite Grails for some people, I guess. Stuff I've had for a long time. Um, but anyway, let's get started. Here's a stack of singles. I don't think I listened to the B side on this, but yeah, these are some plays picked up from charity shop for next to nothing. So I got good old, some 80s stuff and so on. Naked Eyes, always something there to remind me. Everybody, you know this one. Yeah, I don't know. There was got a lot of airplay when I was a youngling. So pick that up. This was when I found it at I think that was a Goodwill pickup. Lulu's To Sir with Love, from the movie with what's the name? Sidney Portier, whatever. An enjoyable movie. I like it. It shows up on Turner Classics a lot. So I guess most notably, I think she was was she Scottish? I think, but yeah, she was actually in the singer Lulu was actually in the movie. It's well, nothing particularly special, but Sir with Love, Morning Dew. So it's enjoyable. If you see it, it's a pretty cheap single. Um, and most notably, it's got John Paul Jones of Led Zeppelin on it as a studio musician. He did the arrangements and so on. And this was the theme song from the movie. And yeah, Lulu was in the movie. I think she was Scottish. Yeah, someone correct me. Lulu. This that's a Japanese picture there, but this is kind of garage surf rock out of somewhere in Scandinavia. This is a really good one if you see it. Again, it's a pretty cheap pickup if you see it. Bronco, and got four tracks on each side, and I believe it has a download card, which I haven't used yet. But I believe the download card has additional tracks on it. It's another fairly recent pickup. Melchior Walker, kind of lo-fi, really hard to read this one, even in person. But yeah, I'll try to put some links on these. The Melchior Walker. I have some other stuff by them too. Kind of lo-fi, garagey. Um, Good song on here is the "Sad, Sad, Sad Son-in-Law." It's basically what it sounds like. Um, it's yeah, that's a fun one. The B side's not as strong, but the A side's quite good. And this guy is Eve's Son Ace, which I believe that's the actual artist. YVES, yeah, Son Ace. Um, yeah, so this one reminds me of very garagey lo-fi. This one reminds me a lot of Pussy Galore, if you like that early John Spencer Pussy Galore stuff. All my John Spencer stuff. I either sold it or it got lost. I'm so upset about that. But yeah, oh well. All my Dinos missing. My Alice in Chains is missing. But yeah, going digging through my old collection here. Yeah, it's somewhere in the Euro Mint, very good plus. I was never like a massive Nirvana guy, but I did pick up their albums back in the day. This is original. Yeah, look at that. This is OG. Bought it like 90, 91, 92, whenever this came out. Um, yeah, you know this one. If anyone wants to buy this at full retail, I'd consider selling it. But yeah, it's got I have no idea what the reissue looks like, but Yeah, it's just black vinyl on Geffen. Yeah, I got that out. Borrowed a spin clean from a friend, so I was gonna try to clean that along with some other stuff. Here, yeah, there's my original bleach from high school. This one probably I think this is the sort of the second press, but yeah, pink vinyl. So still in the shrink. Sorry, everything's half the stuff in the stack at least is in the at least half is still in the shrink. So again, near mint VG plus somewhere in there. I think it's got a little spindle wear because I didn't really care that much about that back in the day. And then yeah, this one again, original. That is OG. Bought this, yeah, down the street, Old Tower Records. This one's colored vinyl again. Original Geffen pressing. There you go. This is all the, I guess, the B-sides and so on. I have some 7 inches from them too, from first or second pressing. Way back in the day, but yeah, still in the shrink. Nice conditions. It's going to be glary no matter what. There you go. So yeah, if anyone wants to pay full retail again, I'd probably consider it, but we'll see. This one still in the shrink, first press. Got the Waxy Maxi price tag on it. I think this is Depeche Mode's first album. Missing inner sleeve on this one, but near mint. I forgot how glossy that is. Yeah, I picked this up fairly recently. It's one like a 50-cent find, but yeah, when I looked it up, this guy, yeah, this first pressing is good for some serious bucks. Unfortunately, no inner sleeve from the original. But yeah, this thing, like, it is crispy clean. It's like no noise at all on that record. It's actually never thought I'd be that much of a Depeche Mode guy. Yeah, the singles. This one's got, of course, People Are People on it. Some really dark stuff on this album, but actually I quite enjoyed it. I'm kind of surprised. So yeah, Depeche Mode. This one's Steve's Carlson special. Found this was like a thrift spine. A little bit beat up on the spine, but if you ever see this one, it's very enjoyable. So on the All Art label, Orchestra Broadway Esta Pegando. So Cha Cha. This actually was really, really good. I was surprised. But yeah, I just like the artwork, so I picked it up, and yeah, that was a good blind buy. Yeah. And this one I actually ordered from France, but I'm pretty sure you can get in the States. Nino Ferrer and Legs. Legs, I believe, are English. This is kind of like a early prog kind of psych French. Gatefold. This is a repress. Folds. Let's see if I can do this without the record's gonna get stuck in there. Kind of a cool cover. But yeah, this is a really good one. It's a little bit psyche, but it's pretty much prog. Very, very good one if you see it, or you can get it inexpensively. There's another one that got reissued by the same guy, El Sud or something. I don't know. I don't speak French, but it's a really good album if you see it. And I'm going to be putting links for the more obscure stuff. I'm not going to bother with Nirvana or whatnot, but I'll put a link as always down below. Yeah, I think I showed this one. I know I showed this one before. Yeah, but the vinyl does not look clean, but it plays, yeah, remarkably clean. There's hardly any sound on the surface sound, despite being kind of beat up. So it's kind of a cool one. I think I showed this. Pretty sure I did. It has Apple postage stamps and all on this. This is Flower Traveling Band, made in Japan. This is the album right after Satori. I think it's all original stuff, all in English. strong accent, Japanese accent. Yep, on this is the original pressing. Repress does not have this really cool mailer thing going on, but it reproduces it. Yeah, it's just in a regular cheapo box, but basically pasted on labels, making it to look like a record mailer. They did use a record mailer, but it's actually got like a canceled postal stamp. Everything they really went all out on really cool packaging on it. Here, this is a find from over the weekend. I did some car repairs, and I dropped by a local antique mall shop kind of place. Found this. Very happy to find this one. Been looking for it. Very clean, plain copy. Just a little tiniest bit of a warp, but yeah, it doesn't really affect play at all. Probably pop something heavy on top of it, flatten it out completely. But yeah, if you ever see this, Alice Coltrane, of course, Coltrane's wife. I think this might have gotten a recent repress on Vinyl Me Please or something, but this one's, yeah, this is amazing. This is one of the best albums I picked up in the last few months or so. This is great if you ever see it. Kind of spiritual jazz. It is spiritual jazz. Sorry, I had a long shift at work tonight, so I'm just trying to knock this out. It's pretty late. Midnight here. So here, Pharoah Sanders. This is one of, I believe, early 80s. Oh, no, 78. Okay. On Arista. So he's getting a little away from the more of the free jazzy stuff here. Still a little bit of the spiritual element still there, but definitely getting into more of a soul jazz thing, as you can kind of guess from the cover there. But yeah, still quite enjoyable. I think I only paid like a few bucks for this at a record fair like a year or so ago. So you can definitely find it on the cheap. I'm pretty sure I've seen this in Japan, floating around too. Not expensive. It's worth picking up if you see it. Here, one of probably my favorite bands, Unwound. This is their second album, originally on Kill Rock Stars. And yeah, this is their second studio album. It's a bit cleaner, but I don't know. It's one of my least favorite of their albums, but it's still a good album. But yeah, I just don't like how it's mixed. It's the vocals are a little too drowned out. They got a little like the first album. I really like the mix. It's very raw and garagey. Everything was like first takes. This one they tried to do a little more polished, but I don't think it really worked for them. Yeah, a lot of people like their last albums, like something Leaves Blow. I forget what it's called. But yeah, that's probably my least favorite, and this is probably my second least favorite. But this is a really good album. But check out some of their other stuff, like Repetition. I'll probably show that later. Yeah, Repetition or Big Train. I showed last video. Here, again, it's in this Rink, so I'm not going to bother pulling it out all the way. There's a hype sticker and everything. This one's a compilation of, well, it's supposed to be psych, but it's more garage, but some of it does have a little bit of a psyche thing. Garage psych, I guess. From Tokyo, 66 to 69. It's got the Spiders, most notably, Jaguars, a bunch of more obscure stuff I'd never heard of before. This is a really good album if you ever see it. It's Volume 3. There's, I think, a couple of different color variants. I think these might be considered bootlegs because I don't think they actually licensed the music. I found this in Tokyo, but it's I'm pretty sure it's an American bootleg. But yeah, if you ever see these, the series, Volume 3, Original Japanese Bands, Slitherrama, Psychedelic Tokyo. The other ones, they have very similar artwork. If you ever see them, I've been kind of hunting them down, but I might break down, get them on Discogs. This one's really good. Sounds really good for what it is. But yeah, this is a comp of Japanese psych. I'll try to find Spiders or something to throw into the playlist I'll put on there. This is a Japanese pressing, no OB on it. Yeah, Motels. It's, if you don't know them, 80s. I guess they fall into new wave, kind of the tail end of big punk thing there. So it falls in new wavy kind of stuff. This one, most notably, is probably Suddenly Last Summer. Strong album. You can always find these like bargain bin kind of stuff. This is really minty Japanese pressing version. This is albums, Little Robbers, but yeah, Motels. Yeah, I'll always like them. They're always fun. If you like that kind of like early 80s Blondie, kind of same idea. And I won't say too much about this, but yeah, Moody Blues was a seventh Sovereign. It's another Goodwill find, whatever. Yeah, it's good. Moody Blues. There's an interesting find I found at a charity shop. Blossom Dearie. This is one of her 80s albums. Apparently it's a bit hard to find, like maybe private press on Daffodil Records. Yeah, so she's getting more electronic piano on a cool label, kind of a daffodil thing going on. Black vinyl, new colored vinyl here. So yeah, vocal jazz, I guess, whatever you want to call it. So this is a bit of a departure from her earlier stuff. It's a little more of a soul jazz thing kind of going on. Electric piano, vocals, additional keyboards on here, drums, guitar, bass, sax. So it's not just her. But this is actually a really fun listen if you do see it. I think these actually go for a little bit of money, but not too bad. But yeah, I did not pay much for this. I think it was 50 cents or $1. So Blossom Dearie. And yeah, the fun thing about this is, let's see, what was that song? I'll try to find it to link. Lovin' in the Present Tense. So yeah, she's going on about, yeah, you gotta listen to all the modern music. So yeah, she's going on and on about metal of all things. Imagine Blossom Dearie listening to metal. Okay. Anyway, I'll try to link that song if I can find it below. That's a fun album if you see it. But I think that one's kind of rare. Here, another Japanese one. Very similar going on there. Dorothy Ashby. So this is, of course, before Afro harping. I really want to find that one that goes for some big bucks. This is a Japanese repress, I think early 90s. So got the Obi on it. It's got some inserts, biographical stuff in Japanese, and Jazzland. I think I have some other Jazzland represses. Sounds really good. So of course, if you don't know her, she does harp, and this also has Terry Pollard on the vibes vibraphones. So very, very enjoyable. Title is Soft Winds. Yep, that's what it says in Japanese. So this is, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get it, get an American copy. I think they're not terribly common, thus the Japanese repress. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, sorry, loud there probably. Yosuke Yamashita with what's his name? Jaromir. Joseph Jarman, that was it. I believe he was from Art Ensemble of Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. This one's a really good album. So it starts out fairly conventional, the first song or two, but then I think by the end of the first side, it's getting a bit more out there. And by the time you hit the B side, yeah, this is Tale for the Great free jazz territory here. So Andrew, definitely check this one out. You'll like this one a lot. So I've been picking up a lot of his stuff. This is definitely one of his better albums. Yeah, don't be thrown by the first track. It does get kind of far out. further you go into there. Here, this is my original collection, Gray Matter, self-titled EP, 3 songs each side. So I guess it's almost like a mini LP. It's fairly long for what it is. Back from '85. I don't know if this is, I think, considered to be like one of the first like emo hardcore albums, I believe. So this is, I think, third press-ish. Discord. This is the $5 pressing. I think the more expensive ones, I believe, are the I think they're like $350 or something. I don't know. It's hardcore. I don't think it really matters what pressing you get. But this is a really good one. You see that out of DC, Gray Matter. Towards the end here. Here's another fairly recent pickup I got. Sharp Ends. I think this one plays at 45 RPM, but it's got a fair amount of tracks on there. So kind of garage noise band. Where they're from? I think they're a Canadian band. Sharp Ends. That's a good one. Here's another one from my original collection, Matador, Unsane, Total Destruction, original press. That's pretty nasty. I know that's a Dodge Omni because I used to have one in the same color. Ugh. I really hope this isn't a real photograph. I hope that's staged. That's pretty nasty, but kind of typical. I don't know typical, but yeah. Chicago hardcore 90s, the kind of I think Steve Albini might have produced this, but it's that kind of style. Produced by Martin, I can't read that, Bibby, I think. Okay, man. But it's kind of like that Albini Chicago sound that you kind of expect. And I'll just wrap it up here. So I've been picking these up on the cheap, like Time Life Hero CDs. They're quite really good sounding. This one's a comp of early 20th century classical composers. If you see these Time Life sets, they usually have like 4 or 5 discs in them. And they come with 1 or 2. Sometimes some of these have 3 booklets in them. This one is black and white, goes on and on about the artists and the tracks that they're presenting. So I've been trying to get into a little more classical lately, so this is a good introduction for me. Some of these have really beautiful, Time Life full color illustrations and so on. This one's all black and white. Yeah, I'll be picking up some more. We're kind of running out of room right now, so probably hold off on getting too many more of these until buy a place or something. Still house hunting. But little Time Life comp here. Well, yeah, so see you guys. I'll put in the link below the as much as I can for some of these artists that I've shown. Some are probably not for everyone for sure, and I'm not gonna bother stuff like Nirvana, of course. So have a good one. Enjoy your week, guys. Jeff signing out.